Then, like, I usually try to arrange, but it was first always go to this and then go down. So this is always, not always, but I try to arrange that always was the oldest thing to load in the Bisque fire, you know? So all the things that won't fit here, I will arrange it here and here, so I know that for the next time, it was the oldest thing that have the priority to go now because they didn't win the last time, you know? So I kind of try to do that, except with some weird big pieces that I just try to figure out where to put it. So now we're going to load first the classes, of course. What we're doing now for the classes is because we have each shelf. So I bring just each shelf by itself, so I know that whatever I put together is just one class, you know? So I know that it is like, this is the first class, this is Monday 5 p.m. This is Monday 8 p.m. Then I want to bring Tuesday 8 p.m. So first I load this, then I load the second class, and then go for the third one. In that sense, first thing I do is I look at the pieces. Like everything looks kind of even on size, you know? There's nothing like, it's not like we have something like this, you know, that is super huge. So everything is kind of even, so it's going to be easy to load. Always with Bisque firing, the huge advantage is that you can stock up pieces. You know, you don't want to put, you know, on top of this small plate, this huge thing. Always let's try to think logical, you know. Weight is going to break. When you go high in temperature, clay gets softer. So you want to put much weight on pieces because then they're going to break. As well, you want to put a lot of pieces stock up together with different shape because they can, in the shrinking, they can get attached or something like that. So everything changed in high temperature. Clay starts to get softer and more malleable, so you have to be aware of that.
So do you also try to keep the pieces you stack inside of each other with the same clay color? Or
no, that shouldn't matter at all.
Okay.
The type of clay is not going to affect, maybe sometimes one of your pieces came with like some red or black like marks. It was just because it was something like that, you just sand it and it's going to be out. It's going to be so always superficial, so it's nothing that you cannot sand and it should be okay. So before I go in, I try to plan a bit on my head what and how I'm going to load. So like everything, this should be fitting the disc without problem. So these are the pilots or the pins for the disc. So I try to first come here and see what is the height that I'm going to work with it. This is just in the middle, but if I start to stock up, this is not going to be enough. So I will go for this one. But then I can stock up a bit and like optimize the size of the kiln. The idea on the Bisque is to not load 1,000 kilos, but try to get everything, all the pieces safe inside. That is the priority. And then try to stock them up in a way that they can fit. Always try to take advantage of the space, try to think on wheel shapes and sizes and try to fit them in a way that they're safe, but they can still be there. So we will go with this guy. You might want to come here, Keegan, and everyone as well. The idea is to put them, distribute evenly on the disc. So what I always do is I put the first one according to one of the lines, you know. Then it doesn't have to be exact, but the idea is to be even as much as you can. Then I always go 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, and 1/3 of column. So I go with my second piece, 1, 2, 3, and 1/3. So around here. And then I go with the third one, I go in the opposite way. 1, 2, 3, and 1/3 here. And that is evenly distributed for the next disc to go on top, you know. If you want to check, you can count here, just you have 2 columns and 2/3 for each side. So it makes 3 columns and 1/3 the same. So everything is equally distributed. So then we start to play with these guys. You can always, because in this case we have a lot of variety of colors, you can always try to stock them up in the same level a bit. This is a bit of I'm guessing that you at some point played
Tetris.
Tetris.
So,
So this is kind of a bit of Tetris playing in a way of trying to make the things to fit together in a way that they don't break. Usually you never do something like this.
All right.
You never go with all the pieces together because like then I don't see the piece from behind.
Mm-hmm.
Then I go this and this follow
Oh,
and breaks.
Okay.
You know.
Right.
So don't be in a hurry to load this.
Mm-hmm.
Just go by one. As well with some pieces that might be thinner. It's like like I'm going to go for example with this piece. I will load everything inside and put everything together. Then you put a lot of weight on the piece and the piece break. So the idea is to just go piece by piece, start loading. You can feel them here, see how they look, and then you move it back, you know. Always, these pieces are small and not that heavy, but when you have pieces like, for example, these ones, always try to avoid to hold them by the side, because then
Right.
you will break them.
Okay.
It's not like it's a rule, but you will put some pressure on the side that will be easy to break. Always go two hands, and then you can have it. Once it's like this here, you can just play and go one bottom and play it. And always try to go two hands, so then the strength is equally distributed as well. Like in this one, you never should go like this, you know, on the balls.
Right.
If you go like this,
Yep.
this is small enough, so the clay is quite structured, but you might get a chance that you might break it. I already broke a bunch of pieces like that, doing that mistake. Because I'm loading fast, and I go like a big ball, and go like, boom,
Oh, okay.
and I got the piece in my hand, you know? Like, we all make mistakes, but the idea is to avoid, to make them. So as I'm loading, I try to put like all the pieces from the same class together, you know, always checking that I am on the high, always checking the pilots that I have next that I'm doing. So if I'm not going over the pilots. If you need more space, you can just move a bit the pilot, there's no problem. Just moving them around, there's no issue about it.
Is it okay if this part touches the side of the kiln?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's not good to touch the metal ones,
Okay.
but this is the refractory stone. It's the same
okay.
with the disc, it's the same with the pilots. Can be touched as well. This is an electric oven, and the heat comes from the side. You know, so you don't want to be you don't want to burn yourself. You don't want to be next to that. It's always good to have some space.
like in the toaster.
Yeah. You know what? It's always good to have a space, to have some air as well for the clay to breathe. The clay is at the end is like a living thing. So you want them to breathe while they're breathing fire, because if not, you can get marks, you can get uneven burning. Like there are some pieces that came from the glaze, and you have like this is the piece, and then on one side is burned.
Oh.
And that can happen because of the refractory stones and because of the glazes. So we keep loading. Always checking of not doing anything crazy. You want the keys again?
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay.
No.
That's just in case of the bisque, in the case of the bisque though, that things can touch the side.
Yeah, of course. Just for the bisque.
Yeah.
Like we are talking about the bisque right now.
Yeah.
Just for the bisque on glaze.
Totally not.
I'm bad.
Good, good.
Greg.
Come here. Come here. In, lean, blah. So, for the glaze firing, nothing can touch. Not to each other. Every piece is independent.
Yeah.
So the volume of firing a bisque usually is around like one bisque kiln is around 3 glaze fibers.
Okay.
Because here you can touch, you can overlap, you can put more pieces, more volume. So now for the classes, Nadia, for example,
Yeah.
like I am done with one class,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
And you feel
So I try always to define something that can remind myself when I'm taking everything out that is one class or the other class. So I kind of create a black line of clay, you know, these 3 pieces.
Yeah.
So I know that all that is one class.
Yeah.
Then I go for the second class, and then like everything here is a bit higher, you know. So we can start checking. We already have more pilots here to check that everything is inside, so everything looks kind of good. We can as well start to test, you know. So we do this, and then this is working. So I have one stock, then I do the same, you know, and this is as well good. We have 2 stocks.
So like for this kind, if it's very near to touching, is that okay? Or
It's okay.
what's the limit?
It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Like this is going to, because it's the same type of clay,
Right. It
it's
would
going to
just
shrink.
expand.
It's going to shrink together.
Alright.
So whatever was the gap before is going to be the same gap later.
I see.
You know, if it is too tight, you can always switch,
Okay.
and then you're always on the safe zone. Let's try always play on the safe zone, not try anything risky. You know. So this is as well too big, but we can put this, for example, without any problem here inside. Then we can. This is a nice demo piece, but always checking. For example, this is just on the line. Like you need to be really sure that it's not touching. I usually have here with me, I don't know where is it, one of the wooden boards. No, one of the pallets. I can use that as well, just in case. So what I do is I get another one on the side.
Okay.
And I do this. So I check.
Right.
There is some air, so it's good to go. You know. So always checking that things, because then it's like, oh, from this angle, oh yeah, looks like it's nice. Then you put the disc, and the disc break the piece because the piece is over. So you just start checking, and then we start filling up the kiln. Always we have 2 pieces like this, 2 hands to be sure that everything is load and safe. Oh, sorry. And we keep going. No, it doesn't work. Yeah, this too is not doesn't work. Let's check on this place. So yeah, we start to see, and then we see how the rest fails. Like sometimes you can play, moving